Hey, baby, can you give me a water, please? Thank you. Wait for some people to hop in there. Thank you. Where we at with it, yo? Joseph, what's good? 2 cents. Appreciate that 2 cents. Wait for some people to hop in there. Should be taking a little long and sending notifications. Just, what up, Just? All right, we got 14 people here. Let's get started. Okay, so did Shakur Stevenson silence the critics? For me, when it comes to elite level fighters, what we see isn't always what we get. Tego, what's up? Appreciate that, Tego. What we see isn't always what we get. Like, great fighters have layers, and they often don't have to bring everything out for a certain fight, right? It's just like you being a carpenter. If you need a hammer, you're going to use a hammer. You're not going to use a screwdriver. You can use a hammer. And if you can use a screwdriver for most things, your hammer's going to be in your tool belt. But a lot of times, what we do is we assume because we've never seen it that certain fighters can't do it. And I feel like people assume that Shakur Stevenson couldn't fight in the pocket. They they assume Shakur Stevenson couldn't take a punch. They assume that Shakur Stevenson couldn't run his hands, and I feel like he proved people wrong. Ball gonna stop Canelo. Appreciate that, yo. Uh, I learned a lot in these last 5 6 years of boxing, and I learned that fighters have layers, and they bring layers out depending on competition. I learned that Dev could fight on the inside because before that, we really didn't see Dev fight on the inside. We saw Dev fight mid to long range against the Lomachenko fight, and that he was a good inside fighter and that he could have success on the inside. I learned that about him. I learned that Tank is a complete fighter. I thought Tank was just an explosive puncher, but throughout the years, I realized how good Tank was at boxing. Boxing there to appreciate that, y'all. Um, Shakur Stevenson, man, great inside fighter, very, very underrated. The only thing I think is holding Shakur back from being everything that everybody wants Shakur to be, because it's not what Shakur wants to be, it's what everybody expects, is situation with his hands. Can his hands hold up? But on Saturday was a magnificent performance. Now, did he take some shots that he didn't have to take? Of course he did. But shouts out to Russia. Vadim, appreciate you. But when fighting in the pocket and want to deliver punishment, you're going to take more shots than what you would normally. And so he doesn't deserve criticism for taking shots. He deserves criticism only for allowing other people's perceptions or other people's point of views to affect his fighting. I want Shakur to be Shakur. I want Shakur, if you feel comfortable fight mid to long range, to fight mid to long range. I don't want to see any outside entities affect how you fight. And then I got to look at you at 50, 60 years old and you talking with a slur. I don't want that for you. Now that's me. I'm biased. I'm fighter first. I'm not entertainment first. I'm fighter first. So wait, hold on 1 second. God, man. My bad. I'm struggling with this water bottle. But yeah, I want the fighters to make their bread and retire. And so I don't want to see dudes take unnecessary punishment. Your style is your style. I don't want guys fighting outside of their style because somebody who doesn't understand boxing is calling it Tom and Jerry or running. Everybody got a different style. Everybody's style is predicated on physical attributes, environment, and race. Race is a big proponent on how you fight. Race, culture, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's a big. Let me say culture. Culture is a big plays a big role in how you fight, based off of where you come from, based off of the music that's being played in the gym, based off it's a lot of mitigating factors. But yeah, hey D, what's good? Yeah, Shakur King is stronger. Shakur's not physically strong yet, and that's the biggest difference between him and Floyd. Floyd is physically strong. Floyd, a lot of people thought that Floyd, because he wasn't looked at as a power puncher, people thought that he wasn't a strong guy, but really, really physically strong in the clinch. But Shakur isn't yet. That can come with time, but yeah, he'll have to work on that. Yeah, Bud gonna stop Canelo. Tego, yeah, that's the. If Shakur gets stronger, yeah, he can start getting in the clinch and taking guys for walks. You know what I mean? Walk them across the ring, drop them off, and then now you back to boxing in the center ring. You know, I see people showing me a lot of birthday love. This is my 40th birthday, right? And I'm not a guy, I don't ask for cash apps. I don't ask for super chats. What I do want for my birthday, y'all, and for everybody watching and everybody that's going to watch and everybody that watches the channel, I want 100,000 subs. That's what I want for my birthday. I want 100,000 subs. I feel like I've put in a lot of work over the years, and I'm thankful for everybody that watches, and I'm thankful for everybody that supports me. I feel like I should have had 100,000 subs a long time ago. I don't know. I don't know why people don't subscribe, but people continuously watch, and I appreciate that. But I don't know why people don't subscribe. But yeah, yeah, like for not bragging, but for a channel, my subscribership, I make way more money than what I should. Yeah, appreciate that, Tony. But yeah, that's what I want for my birthday. So for the people in Atlanta and Omaha that don't like me, for whatever reason, you think I hate on your favorite fighter, which I don't. People take a lot of shit to heart. People take stuff to heart what other people says in the interviews. And for me, I like to get every side, every perspective. And I don't like to censor people. So if you think I have something against your favorite fighter, I really don't. And so even the people from Atlanta and Omaha, subscribe. Y'all hear a lot. Y'all argue in the comments. Subscribe. That's what I want for my 40th. I want 100,000 subs. I don't want cash apps. I mean, I don't want super chats. You can give them to me. I'll take them and I'll be appreciative. But I want 100,000 subs, yo. That's what I want. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. Send me appreciate that, yo. Omar, appreciate that. I love my core group of fans. I love them. I feel like I have the best fans in all the sports. Even the ones that come and talk shit, like Bud gonna stop Canelo. Talk shit all the time. My fucking guy. Tago, 2 cents. Thomas Hill, Sean Terrence, EH. Fucks with my guys, man. Peel out. I don't do that. Bud gonna stop Canelo, talk shit about Boots all day. Darren Collison talk shit about Boots all day. I don't silence people unless you say something like weird and crazy. I don't do that. That's a lot of other channels put people in timeout because they don't like what they're saying. They don't agree with whatever their narrative. That's not me, yo. This is an open forum. As long as you ain't saying no weird shit and no racist shit, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You gonna have people that don't like Boots. You gonna have people that like Boots. You gonna have people that don't like Cord. You got people that like Cord. You got people that don't like Bud. You got people that like it. It is what it is. And for a while, I was getting criticism for Bud and Terrence Crawford fans. And they said, "Oh, all of Philly hates on Bud, and y'all hate on Bud, and y'all want to see Bud shine." But the reality is, heading into the fight with Canelo, most of the people from Philly is picking Bud and rocking with Bud. I don't expect people from Omaha to think that Boots is going to beat Terrence Crawford. Why would why would people expect people from Philly to think Bud was going to beat Boots? They gonna rock what they got, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with rocking with your guy. You don't gotta shit on one guy to uplift another guy. Like Terrence Crawford is arguably the best fighter of his generation. This is what this fight is for. This fight is for who is the best of their generation. Not who's best for pound. This is bigger than that. Who is the best fighter of their generation? And I think Terrence Crawford can do it. I got it at 50-50 because I got more questions than answers, but I think Terrence Crawford could do it. At first, I was scared of this fight. I didn't want it for him. I wanted him to fight Charlo. Felt like it was a really dangerous fight, but now, fuck it. Let's run it. Let's run it. But back to Shakur, man. But yo, I want 100,000 subs, man. I've seen like guys like Showbiz and guys like Blue Bud, a bunch of guys, that I appreciate their content. I try to support them. Guys like Fanon have real like spikes in subscribership. That's what I'm looking for. I just want subs, y'all. I want subs. I want to get to 100,000 subs. I'm gonna do a photo shoot with the plaque. I'm gonna be out of pocket. I'm gonna take one of them like old school pics. Remember how all our aunts and uncles used to take in the club where they be crouched down? Yeah, I'm gonna take one of those with the plaque. But yeah, that's what I want, man. That's what I want. 100,000 subs. So hopefully I can get that by the end of this year, man. Uh, I've almost I've almost made 10,000 videos. I am at like 9,500, 9,600 videos. So that's what I want for my birthday. 1,000 subs, man. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully y'all, the people that aren't subscribed, subscribe. Appreciate the birthday love. My youngin' pound for pound. Appreciate you, youngin'. I see. Yo, do you got a YouTube channel? If you got a YouTube channel, follow Pound for Pound. Follow him on Twitter. He's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. And I remember starting out, it like starting out is one of the funniest things because everything is new and you don't know what you're doing. And you just hoping that somebody will just tune in. And I always like to support dudes that's just starting out and is young because I remember that. I remember inboxing people and asking them could they subscribe to the channel, bro. Yeah, Tago, I might do that. I think you're right. Kai, what's good? Yeah, see, and here go my man in the comment section. Only 10,000 videos. We got to get that up. Ron, I'm doing 6 a day, man. I'm doing 6 a day. My man Ron always pushing me. Shouts out to Ron. All right, so you said, how do I feel about Stevenson Ben? I don't think that fight makes sense. I really don't think that the talking back and forth. I mean, that shit sounded good, but nah, that's too much of a jump. Yeah, that's too much of a jump for Shakur. Even though I think he's a much higher. I gotta be respectful to Conor Ben. I think that Conor Ben hasn't reached the level that Shakur is currently, and yeah, I don't think that if they were the same size, but Conor Ben is like fights at like 54 ish. Like, I don't even sure if he can make 47. He's really muscular, but he's not a big 47. Prez, appreciate the $10 super chat, yo. Nah, dude, don't jump up 2 weight classes. You like, there's plenty of fights for Core to fight. Prez, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the $10. Appreciate you, man. What do I think of Alicia's fight? I think Alicia won. I think the girl that Alicia fought was really, really awkward, tough, rangy. I think she made it look ugly, and fighting awkward people make you look bad. It makes it look like you lost a fight that you didn't lose. But I felt like Alicia won. But she didn't look good. And sometimes you gonna have nights that's like that. You go nice where you look like shit. I mean, it is what it is. Shakur versus Schofield next. I think Schofield deserved it. I think he earned it. I would rather see Tank though. I would rather see Tank. Oh shit, Savage is fighting Nova? Oh wow, that's a good fight. Oh, that's a good fight. That's what's up. That's a good fight for Ray. That's a good name for Ray. I know he wanted Anthony Kakashi or whatever his name is. But yeah, that's a good standing opponent. That's a good job. A tech though, but it's last minute. You got to understand that wasn't the guy initially that he was going. It's hard to get top level fighters to stand in and come in on short notice. And so, do I think Boots can fight like Shakur? Yes. If Boots don't want you to hit him, you're not gonna hit him. But Boots is a violent man, and because of that, he's going to put himself in a position to be hit because he's going to want to hurt you. Like I keep telling people that all shuck shit that he be giving out, like all that smiling, he's not. It's like he's a nice guy, but he's not a nice guy. Like he's like he's a mean fuck. Really, really, like really, really mean. Well, yeah, he likes fucking people up. I need to see more from Shiraz. I think Shiraz is a good fighter. I think he's a solid fighter. And I think that Shiraz has deserved to stay busy fight in London for 3 tough fights back to back. You said Scooter versus Foster supposed to be on. Yeah, it's looking like that joint getting pushed back. And I'm not going by news that I heard from other channels. I'm telling you that joint. I don't know when it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be 2 weeks later, but all signs from where I'm standing, that fight's getting pushed back. And it's due to Tank's situation. And I'm not going to cover that. I've covered Tank's situations in the past, trying to shoot him some bail. Now I'm just not going to cover anything that happens outside of boxing that doesn't directly affect boxing. So if you're going through a domestic issue, if you got booked, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. What's my early pick for Norman Haney? Don't even have one, yo. I think that's an even fight, 50-50 John. Honestly, the size difference isn't as glaring as I thought. And that's a good fight. Like, I think Norman is more muscular than Dev. Like, they look the same size, but I think Norman is more muscular than him. But I think Dev might carry more weight than Norman on a regular basis. So yeah, if we out of 86 people, can I get 86 likes? And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs. That's the move. 100,000 subs. Yeah, it's a 50-50, but yo, y'all gotta tell the people from Atlanta to chill. If it's a 50-50 fight and it's a good fight, you're gonna have two sides. And you got people going one side, people going the other. The dudes from Atlanta is mad at me for some reason because you got people from Philly, you got some picking Dev, you got some people picking Norman. And they think because Boots and Norman was trying to fight each other, that somehow all of Philly is against Norman, and that's not the case, yo. That's a bullshit narrative. Miss Josette, how's it going? The key is Norman's left hook. But the interesting thing about Norman is he has really, really good foot feints. And the foot feints set up the left hook. And so that's what makes it an intriguing fight. And Dev has been really, really responsible for bringing his hand back after he jabs or throws the right hand. But yeah, back to Shakur because we only got 8 minutes left in the live. Shakur is a really, really good fighter. And Shakur showed me a lot. Shakur showed me he's calm under pressure. Shakur showed me he's a lot tougher than what people give him credit for. Shakur showed me that he's a mean little fuck. He showed me that he has another level to go to if someone, yo, you stay down here. We're gonna watch it and tell her like 5 minutes. He showed me that if you press him, he will transform in a phone booth and turn into Superman. He's a complete fighter. He got all facets and he can do all things. He's a great fighter. Bad motherfucker. Ghana's in the building. What's going on? Got more power than what people thought. I guarantee if you ask William Zepeda, can Shakur punch? He's going to tell you, yeah. Those shots was definitely stinging him, yo. Peel out because he's a fucking magician. Andre, appreciate that, yo. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Shakur versus Tank. Only fight that makes sense if Tank gets past Lamont. If not, put Lamont in there with Shakur. Let's go. He was running his fucking hands, man. Everything that people said they want to see Shakur do, he did. He did. He was running his hands. Hey, Johan, come on. Come on, Johan. You won't even give him props, yo. You won't give him props. See, that's the problem with boxing, man. Just because you don't like somebody, don't mean like just show him some love. He proved you wrong. He stood in the pocket with a dude that has the highest work rate of any human being I've ever seen. I've always felt like Shakur would stop Kid Austin, but I want to see it. I think Kid deserves it. Shakur versus Andy. Now I don't know who's going to win that fight. That's a great fight. That's a great fight. Hey David, if we're not talking sports, man, let's see it. Let's run it. We got to run shit, man. I want to see it. Yo, it was something that was talked about in an interview with it was with Devin Haney and it was a Fight Hub. And I seen somebody posting on Twitter and when he was talking about Boots and he was talking about agreeing to fight Boots at 47 or wanting to fight Boots at 47. And I saw people, calling Dev Cat because people just assume that Dev is like soft or they have an unrealistic perspective of Dev. But what Dev was saying, that was true. That was true. That after Tiafimo, that they approached them about a fight with Boots at 147. Dev said yes. And Boots had already been planning on moving to 54 by then. And Boots said if Dev wanted to run it at 52, then they could do it at 52. But Dev hadn't even fought at 47 yet. He fought a catch weight at 45. And so the didn't get made. But Boots had already made his move to 54, and he was willing to give Dev 2 pounds if Dev would, you know, do it at that catch weight. But Dev chose to have a fight at 47, and so we didn't get that. So yeah. But no, Dev ain't soft at all. And so I feel like that in itself squashes two narratives that's been floating around here. The first narrative is that Dev is just scared of everybody, and that Dev is chinny or Dev's a coward and Dev's ducking people. The second narrative that it kills is you got people that believe that Boots moved up because of Brian Norman and because he was scared of Brian Norman and didn't want to fight him. And I heard Brian Norman dad say that, of course. But here's the reality: is if Boots could have stayed at 47, he didn't have to fight Brian Norman. He could have fought T.O. and he could have fought Dev. Fights he's favored to win all three of those fights, but fights that he would be big favorites in winning, T.O. and Dev, but he chose to go to 54. And those are all money fights. And so that just proves that it wasn't who's at 47. It's actually 47 that's the issue. Oh, Bosey's reaction is going to be tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So hopefully people understand that it wasn't 47, it wasn't Brian Norman, it wasn't T.O., it wasn't Dev. It's just 47. Norman Jr., they're staying at 47 right now. I think Dubois can win. I think Dubois stopped Usyk the first time. I think Dubois stopped Usyk the first time, and they called it a low blow, which it wasn't. But but the butcher, Norman Senior said that they'll be moving up, and they'll look for that fight. That they'll be moving up, not next, of course, but that eventually they'll move up, and then they'll pursue that fight. So good for them. No peel out. Don't know. Don't know. But yo, we got 87 people in here. Yo, I want 100,000 subs, man. Can y'all do that for me? Can we make that happen? 100,000 subs, and I'm about to end. I got a steak dinner for my birthday. But yeah, 100,000 subs for your boy's birthday. I've been giving y'all good shit for like 6 years, yo. So that's all I'm asking. 100,000 subs. No, but I think that he would have just bit down and made it happen, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He chose to fight Sasaki. I'm not mad at that. But you can't expect if you didn't wait for people, you can't expect them to wait for you. And so I think we get that fight because I don't believe that guys are afraid of each other. They worked with each other for free. So why would they be scared to make millions of each other? You know what I mean? They worked with each other for free. They punched each other for free. Why wouldn't they punch each other for millions? Reef, appreciate that, y'all. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. Appreciate that. I'm out. About to enjoy my birthday. My kids and them is waiting on me, but I wanted to show y'all some love, man. All right, so 100,000 this year. That's what we doing. That's what we on, man. I love y'all.